right, we have one more good session before lunch, and we're going to be finishing right on time today. So let's go ahead. Our next session is called Revolutionizing Data Storage, Green Solutions for the Future. So let's hear about it from Peter Mordzik and Uwe Kemmer. Please welcome them. Gentlemen, come on up.
Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I really appreciate that you are staying here, even if the sun is shining outside and you could have lunch or ride roller coasters. So we try to make it interactive, we try to make it more fluent, to make it a good, nice speech for you. So basically, we are talking about a new technology. It's not completely new, but it's getting up to speed, which we're using into our hard disk drives called shingled magnetic recording, SMR. And it's one technology where we are able to achieve higher capacities in a quite easy way. So usually to get to higher areal densities, higher capacities, it takes a lot of investment, but with SMR, it's a kind of easy approach which requires some additional software layer, which is enabled by Leil Storage, and we are partnering together on this new technology. So what is an SMR HDD? Usually we are recording tracks close beside each other, and we're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And we are using the fact, if we're recording data, that if we write data, we can write it more wider, and if we want to read it, it's more a smaller diameter. So in shingled recording, magnetic recording, we are overlapping tracks. So we can get much more tracks onto the same area, which means more data, higher capacities. Sounds nice, but there's a disadvantage behind it, because if we are overlapping tracks, we can only write sequentially. And if we want to write randomly, we have to start new zones, because the sequential writing stops. So the hard disk drives is divided into dedicated write zones, and if data is flowing sequentially, everything is fine. But once random data is coming, which is usually happening in enterprise environments, we have to start a new zone. This handling of the zones, collection of data, reordering data, can be done by the hard disk drives itself, which is a drive-managed approach. It's done on consumer solutions, but for enterprise, the host needs to control how this is done, which is called host-managed shingled magnetic recording. In addition to this shingled magnetic recording, we have got additional technologies implemented, additional checksums. We're using our own flash to control the algorithms, and we make it very, very efficient. So it's efficient because we are able to achieve much higher capacities, higher quality, higher recording quality, which really enables a new area of capacity. So for the latest generation of hard disk drives with normal conventional recording, it's 24 terabytes, but with shingled recording, it's 28 terabyte, which means more than 20% capacity increase with no additional cost. Same cost, just more capacity, but you need to find a way how to write data in enterprise environments to this new shingled magnetic recording zones, and that's the way where Leil Storage has found a very, very good solution, and we are working very close together to move the solution to the market. Piotr, up to you.
Thank you very much, Uwe, for this technological introduction, which we need here.
Yeah.
So let me tell you how the Leil Storage is working with the host-managed SMR drives. And maybe before I will tell how, I will even try to tell you why to bother, why use these drives. So first of all, this is the highest data density on the market, which we have today. And this all translates to the lower energy consumption and much better costs per terabyte. Actually, the best cost per terabyte you can currently have with the hard drive-based storage. And what we want to talk today is about this, how so far this technology has been used. So the hyperscalers, like, very big companies which are running the data centers, they are the only one who could access this technology. And not because it is not available for the others, it is because you require the research and development teams to actually make these drives work for your storage needs. And this what we today would like to present to you is the ability to use these drives off the shelf in your data centers, in your hospitals. If you're an integrator, you can now, without the need of having this specialized software engineering teams, start using host-managed SMR drives. So, what is the Leil Storage? Leil Storage this is actually a very good example because you can see here the rack which we have. And in this example, you can see that in this one rack, we managed to reduce the ratio of the electricity to the best on the market ratio for the hard drive storage, which I will not hide it, that we aim to take partially the LTO market, which currently is using this niche for the archive and the backup world. But all of this is coming with no compromising on the performance. Your data is actionable. You can use it rapidly when it's needed, without the need of having the entire storage use electricity all the time. And if you think about the applications, it's plenty of them. I have here 12, and now I will discuss all 12 with you. Actually, sorry, it is impossible to do all 12. I prepared 3 of them as an example how you can use our storage to be, a value for your applications. So the first example could be the media post-production companies, the TV stations, broadcasters. They have a very interesting case when a lot of video materials is being archived, but actually they are keeping it in something which is called near-line storage. So these video materials need to be actually accessible for making the new versions of the movie, adding some extra special effects, and so on. So these companies directly will benefit from using these host-managed SMR drives in our products. Another good example are the companies which have big data. This could be the oil and gas or energy. There is a case of this geological data which are being collected for decades, which are being stored. So far, plenty of this data is stored inside of the LTO-based archives. However, the quantity of this data is such big that when it's crucial to have a retrieval and analytics to be run on top of all of this data, the classical tape solutions cannot deliver this performance. So somebody can ask, yeah, but how often do you need to do this kind of analytics? Well, during the last years, with the evolution of the artificial intelligence, you need to run the analytics on this data every 2 weeks, every 3 months, because you have the new models a new way which from the very old data can detect the new valuable information. And the last example, which I would like to show you when you could use this host-managed SMR drive storage, is the healthcare. And this is something which I am personally very emotional about because, I'm from European Union, and we have here a regulation about this, that the medical record data needs to be stored from 10 to 30 years for very good reasons, for analytics, for research, and so on. However, hospitals have a huge challenge. They need to store very heavy data of magnetic resonance, of X-rays, computer tomography, and so on, for a very long period of time. They cannot delete it. They cannot remove it. So what they do? Some of them needed to reduce the quality of the magnetic resonance scans resolution in order to meet the requirement of the regulator. So with this product from Leil Storage, this medical record data can be kept in the highest possible resolution for the very long periods of times because they are available right now with the very good price tag for them. They will not destroy the budgets of the hospitals. That said, I wanted to tell that it all is possible to make this product because we have some partners. We have partners which we are able to integrate. We are compatible with the backup systems which exist on the market. This is few of them you can see on the screen. We also have a native support for the Windows and the Linux operating systems. Plus, we are providing the compatibility layer in the form of the NFS or S3 interface. It is also, for some people, important to note that this product is completely in line in the SDG provided by United Nations. We are compatible with the requirements and proposals which are in these 3 points of SDG. And in order to tell you how we did it, to show a little bit more technical details, like Uwe already mentioned, there is some technology behind it which allow us to provide the highest capacity on the market with the highest hard drives, and also to provide the lowest possible energy consumption on the hard drive-based storage, and in general in the archive world. The first part, on the left side, you can see, is this what Uwe already mentioned, which is the technology called SMR, when the data are more dense, packed together. But the second factor, which is delivering additional 25% of the energy saving, minimum 25%, is coming from the fact that the hard drives which we are using from Western Digital, they are having the ability of using the pin number 3. Not pin number 1, as you can see on the picture, but pin number 3, power disabled. Thanks to this option and the JBots, which we are using from Western Digital, we have ability to switch off completely electricity in the drives which are not used. And because we are living in the fantastic times when the software-defined storage can come in place and enable the control over this, which block of the data is located, we can give you the warranty of this 25% minimum energy saving with the full accessibility to the data. I cannot talk too much about this because we don't have time. However, we are in the booth G26, so please consider come to our booth later and discuss in the detail how we are achieving this fantastic energy savings in our product. So, as I mentioned before, thanks to the software-defined storage abilities, we can achieve the best what is possible from the hardware. We can squeeze the best what is possible from the hardware. So such software, in our case, is SaunaFS. SaunaFS, and I have good news, was partially open-sourced 3 weeks ago. So each of you, in your own data center, in your own storage products, customers' environment, maybe labs, has ability to download this product and try to use it and see what kind of benefits it can bring to your customers, and in the long run, how this technology will enable your customers with Leil Storage to use the highest capacity drives in the market. So all of this is possible because we are standing on the arms of the giants. Before us, somebody invented the technology of distributed file systems, and we just implemented it and added extra extensions. And thanks to the hardware producers, like Western Digital, we have ability to use the highest capacity drives off the shelf for everyone, not only for hyperscalers, not only for the biggest companies. And when you look at our product, what you need to notice is this, that in this one rack space, we can fit over 22 petabytes of data. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it? I can see we have some friends here, right? This is the Sarkan team, yes. They are making Kubernetes native interface for our storage. Thank you for clapping hands, yes. And we have also Trevenke from Granada, right? Nice to see you guys here. Thank you for the applause. So what I was saying? I was saying that over 22 petabytes inside of the one rack space you can fit in your data center with the 40%, up to 40% less energy consumption than classical, typical hard drive-based storage. And as I said before, please visit us in the G26 so we can discuss in the details this product together. I can see that I still have 2 minutes, so I just wanted to tell that all of this is also possible because we have a fantastic team which is working hard on this product for the last 2 years. So thank you very much to my colleagues. Please, if you can maybe stand up, some of you are here, show yourself, yes? I can see that some of you are here. Thank you very much for your work on this product. And on the very end, I would like to also maybe talk about the future, about this, what will be next coming in our storage solution. So this extra energy saving, which I said, is promising minimum 25% energy saving on your storage system. This is exactly what we are currently developing to make it even better, to put it to another level. In the past, the storage world has seen something which is called MAID. MAID stands for massive array of idle drives. So this what we are working on right now is to make this technology going beyond the 40% of the energy saving or 25% promised energy savings. So this is going to happen with the release before the end of this year in our product. I think that's it, what I prepared for today. And Uwe, thank you very much for introduction. And I invite you to the G26.
Wonderful. Now, hey, you know what? I got everybody out there is itching to know one thing.
Yes.
Where'd you get the pants, and how do they get pants?
Okay, so, well, you cannot get the pants, but you can get sauna if you buy minimum 10 petabyte storage.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's good. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for joining us on stage. Thank you for your expertise. Cheers. Have a